of your face!
Yare yare daze.
Throw an elbow!
Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. Hi husband.
Hey guys. Hey wifey.
Congratulations on your new hair.
Oh yeah, the Vega sun can be lethal. You gotta be watch out for that. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, especially now since it's October and it's freezing outside, but okay.
Yeah.
So today I decided to invite you to be here and to share with our viewers important tips about renovation, flips.
Ooh, my
and
favorite.
stuff. I know it's your
favorite.
favorite, and you're actually really good at it. Our house, for instance, he did everything, like from A to Z. The only, my only, like decision that I made in the decoration of the house was one picture, and that was even after negotiation, I got my picture.
It didn't fit with the rest of the decor. What can I say?
Decor.
What? Anyway.
Anywho, so let's start. Yesterday we went and we viewed a residential property that was converted into commercial property, and it's really sad to say, but whoever was in charge over there about the remodeling did a great job. So I want you to give pointers to our audience so it won't happen to them.
So I like to keep it positive, and whoever did the job over there did a great job of wasting his money. Okay, they just invested a lot of money, a lot of time into making his life much difficult. They did a really poor job on everything from flooring to roofing and everything in between.
So wait, before we're going to start going over the project, that project specifically, and then hear your pointers, I would love if you share with us the mindset that you have before you are starting a project.
So it's the mindset is time is of the essence, right? Because every second counts. That's one of the most important things. On top of it, in addition to all that, it's just that you gotta know, you gotta have a vision. From the second you step foot into the house, you gotta have a vision of how do you want it to be. Where is this gonna go? Where is this gonna go? You're gonna break this wall. You're gonna add a window over here. You're gonna open that door over there. All those, you gotta have that in the first second you go into the house, and you got to have that vibe, that vision.
Okay.
Once you have that, you can work through it and around it, but you have that kind of a guideline that walk you through it, and you stick to that. You stick to that plan, and all the rest of the fine tuning, those little details, if it's going to be this tile or that tile, or if it's going to be this type of flooring or that color on the wall, those are small. Those are things that can be, addressed later on, but you got to have that. Like you said, that mindset and the vision of exactly what it's going to be and how do you want it to look.
Okay. Now, something that is like very important in my opinion, and I would love to hear your opinion about it, is when people think about doing flips, they think that the most important thing is to make it look pretty enough and with the least amount of money.
Yeah, that's what I like to call lipstick on a pig.
Yeah.
Lipstick on a pig is a great concept, but not for a flip, okay? Not if you're trying to sell the property and make money on it. Because when somebody buying a house, they're actually going to check it. They're going to look into those fine details and to each and every crack and nook and try to figure out what is wrong with the house. And if you're doing a Mickey Mouse job and you're not really investing the time and effort into the small details, it's not gonna pay out eventually. It's just like the saying, God is in the details, right? And
Amen.
And that's extremely, extremely important and super relevant to that kind of a niche and projects and field. You cannot cut corners. It just doesn't work. I mean, I'm going back to that house that we saw the other day, and we're going to put some pictures and clips from the walkthrough that we did over there, and you can see that the flooring was like, it was the cheapest laminate that there is over there, and whoever installed it did a poor job, because you step on it and it's like a freaking trampoline. You know,
Yeah.
it's bad.
So let's touch, for instance, about the laminate flooring. So laminate flooring, I think it can be a terrific flooring
Yep.
for specific houses. If you have like a single story and you have a pool, I think that you need to take that under consideration and to install tile instead.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, those are small things that you want to think ahead, right? Now, if you're flipping the property and you don't care what's going to happen down the road, you think, okay, I'm not going to live over here, I don't care. But whoever is going to buy the house and going to look into it and they're going to say, okay, I have a pool right over here, and this is laminate flooring, so every time somebody's going to come in and out a little bit wet, after
Yeah.
a couple of years, it's going to mess up the whole floor, then that might be a deal breaker for them, and they won't even consider the house just because of that. So those are things you want to think about.
Exactly. Let's
There's
talk about windows. I don't think that, except of the flips that you made, I never saw any flip that actually changed the windows. So
Yeah.
please explain to us
So,
why it's
the thing-
important for you to change the whole windows
So-
all through the house.
on most of the flips that I'm doing, I'm changing the windows. Not on all of them. It depends on the margin. Depends on how much meat on the bone and how much we can spend on it. We'll try to make it as nice as possible by changing the windows, because once you have a house that was built in the 60s or 70s or even early 80s, some of the windows are going to be like single pane, and it's not going to be insulating enough, so it's not cost efficient for electricity,
Right.
and it's a very, very big turnoff. I'm sorry, for the buyers.
buyer.
The new
Right.
buyer is going to look at it. Everything is beautiful. Everything is nice. And from the inside, they don't really see it because there is blinds or curtains or whatever.
And then
But-
you go outside and
Exactly, and then they're walking outside the backyard, or even before they're walking into the house from the front yard,
Right.
and they're looking at and they see ugly windows from the 70s, right? And it's not that expensive. It's not that much of a work. It looks really, really nice. It gives a really nice pop of white when you do the retrofit kind of a
Right.
thing, and it's adding a lot, right? And those are the things that I'm saying God is in the details. If you can, and you're going to make a little bit less, let's call it this way, but you're going to sell it much faster, and you're going to have a competition on the house. You're going to have multiple offers. It's going to bring you that added benefit and then some. So you're not going to make less. You're not going to lose money. At the long term, you're going to make money. So those are
Right.
some of the things that, like I said, God is in the details.
And I have to add my point of view as a selling agent. So all those cheap flips that you see over there, they appear beautifully in the pictures, right? They're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, they are stunning. And my client says, we have to go and see them. And then we go and see them, and you see all these, like, I don't even know how to describe it, like sloppy paint job. It looks nothing like the pictures. And buyers are not stupid. Buyers, as soon as they walk into the house, if it's something that looks cheap or like half-ass work, people notice it. And actually, when they notice those like half-ass jobs in like certain things, they start thinking, oh my God, what else didn't pay attention to?
If
And
the
only
paint-
God knows, right?
If the paint is a crappy job, or if small, like the kitchen cabinet door is loose a little bit, if they didn't put attention to those kind of things,
And those are the things
God
that
knows-
I actually can see.
God knows what might going on inside the walls in the plumbing or
Right.
with the electricity or the big things, right? And those are very big turn off for potential buyers that you want to pay attention to.
Right. Okay. What's the biggest tip that you have for a beginner flipper?
Have the right realtor with you. That's the most important thing, because the right realtor, other than just walking you through the deal and give you the best deal possible, will be able to walk you through the process and through the project later down the road and explain, hook you up with the right people. If you don't have the vendors, if you don't have the crews and the people to do the job or where to go and buy the materials, a right realtor that knows what he's doing and did a few of those in the past with past clients or on his own will be able to hook you up and give you those connections, because that's what basically differentiates between just any realtor and a good realtor. The I got a guy for you,
Yeah.
right? I can hook
His
you up.
ability to hook you up.
It's just who he's surrounded with and who he knows that can hook you up with and give you all those shortcuts. That's one very big important tip. And the
Can
second
I add
one,
something?
no, now I'm talking. And the second tip that is just as crucial, if not a little bit more, is you got to remember you have only one first impression, one time first impression, and that's the front yard, the front of the house. This is the face of the house.
Right.
This is the thing that people are judging the whole house based on that. They're going to get a feeling of yay or nay before they even put a foot
Right.
in the door. We had numerous times that buyers just drove by a house, saw it like, oh my God, I got to see it. Or we came all the way to the house and we parked on the driveway.
And no
they're
matter
saying,
what they-
you know what?
Never
That's
mind.
fine. Let's go.
Yes.
I don't care. But we're already here. Don't you want to sit from the
Nope.
inside? You love the pictures. Nope. I don't feel it. I don't like it. Look at that. Right. Those are the things that
It's crucial.
it's super important, right? So put a little bit of extra money into the front of the house, paint it, make it look nice. The front yard, put some grass on it, make it green, make it pop, make it look nice. Those are the things that that is the biggest things for me.
Let's talk about money. So
I love it. Money, 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 money. Okay.
So there are so many people, experts out there that are teaching people how to flip houses when they never actually did a flip with their own money, ever.
There is even
So-
worse than that. There are actually people that are trying to teach you how to flip or do whatever when they actually don't even own a house. They live in an apartment or a condo. They're renting it, and they don't know nothing on. They haven't tried anything on their own skin. They never did something on their own through their own hands, and just walk the walk but never talk the talk. Sorry, talk the talk but never walk the walk.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
there's
that's
more than a
crucial.
few of those.
Yeah, I think that's crucial that you actually walk the walk, and from your own personal experience, that's
Yep.
your money on the line. From that, you are able to teach your clients what they should and what they shouldn't do.
100%, and like I love to say it, there is a lot more of what you shouldn't do, and what you need to stay away from, and what you need to be careful of not doing, than more of what you need to do. Because what you need to do, everybody knows that, but what you shouldn't do, those are the things that are
Right.
super important, and you wanna pay attention, and you wanna learn them.
Can you share with us a little bit what are the things that are like warning bells? Don't do that. Don't do that.
So don't cut corners, as I said. Don't try to get shortcuts or anything like this. Don't put the house on the market before it's ready. Okay? Don't let people see it.
That burns the listing.
You're gonna lose potential buyers,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be sitting on the market, and then it's gonna be, oh, it's already 2 weeks on the market. In this market, it
this
should have been
market,
gone in 3 days. Something is wrong with the house. I'm
Yeah.
gonna pass on it. So wait for the project to be done and then take proper pictures and list
I
it.
think it goes back to what you just said. Like you have only one
One
option
time.
for first impression.
One time, and you got to do it right. Okay, don't cut corners on anything that needs permits or anything like this. If you want to do a home addition, right, you want to add square footage to the house. You want to convert the garage. You want to any of those things. Do it with licensed person. Do it with people that can pull permits. Do it with the right way.
Right.
Because if you're gonna
That's
do
crucial.
something wrong, that's gonna be a problem down the road. It's gonna be a hell of a headache, right? You're gonna expose yourself to a lot of liability, and you don't want to go down this route.
Right.
So
What else do you think is like a warning bell of
before purchasing
beware?
a house,
Yes.
Area, that's the first thing before you're even looking at the property itself. You're looking at it on the map over on your phone or on your computer, and you need to do your due diligence just by that. You need to know the area. You need to know the prices over there, the comps, what the house worth, how much it's going to cost you. Just carry it for that 2, 3, 4, 6 months until you'll be able to get rid of it and sell it, right? Because you need to pay taxes, you need to pay, if you got a mortgage, you need to pay if you got a loan, you need to pay the mortgage. If there's an HOA or not HOA. If it's a bit of a sketchy area, if it's a bad neighborhood per se, you might be suffering from breaking-ins or squatters or something like that. So you want to factor all those kind of things into the equation also, by knowing the area, knowing where you're going to buy. Second thing, after that you eliminated the area and you came up with the numbers based on the area, you need to know the condition of the house. You need to know how much money it's going to cost you and what you can get in return. So what you can get in return, we already got in the first place, right? In the first phase, based on the area, the size, the location, all that stuff. Now, if you're going to sell it or if you're going to rent it out, you want to know how much you're going to get and how much you want to spend. Then it's going to help you out do the balance, the numbers, and figure out where you can price it so it will make sense for the buyer to buy it, and it will make sense for you as the seller or current buyer to flip it and still have enough of a margin that it will make sense.
So do you think in today's market we still have, like, is it still a market for flips?
It is, because you do have buyers standing out the door in line and just like multiple offers all over. But it isn't, because those deals are super hard to find and it's hard to come across of them. Most of them are off the market. They're never even coming to the MLS.
Right.
Those are deals that are being snatched like really quick. But it's an amazing market if you can get your hands on a property that you have enough margin on it. It's gold. It's perfect. And we say today it's October of 2020. That's a great timing.
So what do you think it's better? I know that it's like on a case by case, but are you able to put some kind of like generalization and say what's better, to buy, flip and sell, or to buy, flip, and then rent it out for long term?
So just like you said, it's on a case by case, right? For each transaction, each deal, each property, the numbers is what leading us. We're letting the numbers lead us. If the number is saying that, hey, we have, just for an example, $70,000 margin after renovation, ARV, after renovation, or after rehab value. We're going to net $70,000 of that house. Yeah, it's going to make sense to sell it. And then we're going to take that money and move on. But if I'm going to make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, I don't know, maybe I'd rather sit on it for the next 5, 10, 15 years, get more equity, get passive income, buy another house with that money, and expand my portfolio. So it's varied. It's based on case by case, like you said at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's super individual. I mean, for me personally right now, I'm focusing on expanding my portfolio, and I rather have the next another 10, 15, 20 properties into my portfolio versus more cash in my bank account. Because, okay, so I flipped the house. All right? and I made $100,000 off the house, net. Okay, so now I'm going to take that 100,000 and I'm going to do what? Buy another house to flip it? Okay, so I flipped another house. Now I net a new 150, so that's another 50 on the original 100. So I have 150,000, and we'll keep on going and going and going until I have $1 million in my bank account. And then what? The mindset that we have that we're trying to achieve is retirement. We want to have a portfolio with enough properties that are going to give us that passive income that we'll be able to kick back, relax, have a margarita or a Mai Tai wherever in the world we want, on the beach or on the top of a mountain, wherever we want, do whatever we want, whenever we want, and that passive income is going to keep on coming in, and that's how you achieve it, by expanding your portfolio, not by flipping one house after the other. So
I think that there is one factor that is very interesting, and in my opinion, there are certain scenarios that it's smarter to buy, flip, and then sit on it for the long term, because we have so many people that are coming from California and moving to Vegas, and they have very high standards about how their house should look like.
yes,
And not many houses over here answer those demands. So I think that, and it's just my opinion. Everyone can do whatever they feel like it. But my opinion is, what's better than to buy, flip, rent out in a higher rent, because they are willing to pay more, because the houses look so amazing and everything.
It's 100%
so that's
true.
a factor that people
It's
should
100%
look
true,
into.
and you definitely need to take it in consideration and think about it. Now, because we are in the industry, we're in the field, we're seeing it day in, day out, and we know what the market is and what the prices are and everything, we came up with that conclusion. We decided that to rent the house for 60, 70, even 90% above market value, right? Just for example, instead of $1,800 a month, we're getting on a property $2,800 a month. That's a lot more than market value.
Right.
And that's because the property looked like it looked, the current timing of the year, the current timing of everything that's going around, with a lot of Californian people moving to Vegas and stuff like that. What they afford themselves for that $2,800 a month in California, over here they're getting a 4-bedroom house with a pool in a great area and everything. So obviously they'll pay that. They want it because this is what they're used to pay. So it's, as I said, it's individual. It's on a case by case. Whatever works best with the person.
And it's also
business plan.
Yeah, exactly. It also depends on your business plan, because, and don't tell me that you don't have a business plan, because at the end of the day, when you are, and this is our living, this is the way that we, by doing this, by doing real estate, that's the way that we pay our bills, take care of our children, build our family, and also take care of ourselves when we'll be old.
We're already there.
We're not. We're not.
Yep, we're old.
We're not old. So if you don't have a business plan or some kind of a plan, that's the first thing that you need to take care of. Because if you don't know, it's the cat in Alice in Wonderland.
Yep.
If you don't know where you want to go or where you want to get,
where you want to get, what difference does it make where
which-
you'll go?
Yeah.
All right, you need to
I
know
love it.
where you want to go, and it's can be a great topic for a whole different video about where you want to go, where you want to be, and how long it should take you, and how to get there.
Right.
If there's any interest and you guys want to hear that, let us know. Hit the comment below, and we'll be more than happy to
How
hear
did
that.
we forget it? If you're new to our channel, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Now, while I'm taking a sip of water, can you share with us if there are any other important topics that you want to share about real estate, about Airbnbs that are now okay in North Las Vegas?
Okay. So it's
I know it's a big topic. But
it's a big topic. Yeah. About flips, as I said, it's something. It's a whole different niche, a whole different animal that needs to be addressed on its own. Just a little bit of market updates kind of thing. So lately, today it's October 27, 2020, and North Las Vegas just not so long ago approved short-term rentals in the city of North Las Vegas. It's a great thing because it means that people can utilize their houses as Airbnb, VRBO, all those websites, and it's a great addition, added benefit for the homeowners, for investors. It's going to stimulate the economy without getting into political or anything like this. I think it's a great thing. As for the ins and outs, all the caveats of the laws, are still working on it to pile up like the whole bill or whatever they're going to call it in the near future.
So if it's something that you are interested in, just make sure to follow up on the topic, not just like for the hell of it, just go and buy a house for Airbnb.
That's something that you don't just jump into the water and then you think. You want to do the research. You want to do the research. You want to figure out what you want to do, how you want to do, what you can, and once again, what's more important, cannot do. Because if you're going to go and buy a house, a property, in order to do a short-term rental, a VRBO or Airbnb in Clark County, for example, then you're screwed. Because as of right now, Clark County is not legal to operate short-term rental, period. That's it.
Right.
Anything less than 30 days cannot be rented out. So, and then the penalties you're going to have is crazy. The headache you're going to have is ridiculous.
And I heard that
it's just bad.
The police can go after them.
They're trying to figure out a way right now to slap you with a bill that will actually, if an officer get to your house because your guest and the Airbnb did too much noise or something like that, and one of the neighbors complained, and the police need to send someone over there, so they're trying to find a way to send you the bill for that officer. They're still working on how to get it done. They don't really know how they can make it so it will be legal or something like that, but they're doing everything they can in order to crack down as hard as possible on it. Just because there was a lot of bad situations in those kind of houses.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's the whole concept of short-term rental is bad, but there was a few bad apples in that basket, and it gave a very bad stereotype and very bad impression to the whole short-term rentals, party houses and stuff like that. Yes.
So pretty much the whole Airbnb started, I think, really started 5 years ago.
A little bit longer, but like caught up really strong and became a trendy.
Noticeable.
It's about 5-6 years ago, something like that.
So when that happened, most of the people, and I honestly, because we went to the debates in the city hall and we heard those people talking, you saw most people that were super responsible, super respectful to their neighbors, obeying the law, everything to the T they did right. And then there were a few party
houses, yeah.
And one of those party houses was right across someone very important and very powerful, and she just got sick of it. And
it's just, you know, as a homeowner of Airbnb, you need to be very respectful to the neighbors, and you got to remember, I mean, the fact that you don't live there, and it's just a business for you, just something that generates money for you. You can't forget your neighbors, because if they're going to be pissed and it's going to be a pain in the ass to live next to a party house, then eventually they're going to complain and they're going to shut you down. Yeah. So you want to make sure that your guests are being respectful. You want to make sure that the house is staying clean, like the outside of it. There's not going to be piles of trash.
Everything is just to be a decent human being.
Yep.
Even as a
Yep.
business owner, people need to remember, like, that's, those people, or those neighbors have families and children and everything, be respectful.
That's a little bit updates about Airbnb. So it is becoming legal in North Las Vegas. So there is some really nice opportunities as far as real estate to purchase houses, and if you want to sell a house, so and you know that your house is qualified to be an Airbnb property, right? Like a vacation house property, because it's had certain features that suit that. You can maximize on that. We can advertise it as such. There's a bunch of ways that we can utilize it in that current market. When I say we, I mean everybody.
Yeah.
A homeowner that want to sell it, a buyer want to buy a house, realtors that want to sell more houses or buy more houses for their clients. So it's great. It's great incentive. I really like it. I love it.
And I think that that's it for today. Thank you, husband.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, guys.
It's so weird that you call me Rachel. It's
Thank
so
you guys
cool.
for joining us. If we're not going to cut it right now, she will keep on rumbling and mumbling, and it will never end. So, as usual, hit the like button, write comment below, let us know if you want to hear something. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell with the notifications. And any and all of your real estate needs, Rachel and Jake Dadon.
Yeah, we're always here for you. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful day.
Take care, guys.
Halloween!
Happy Halloween.
Over your face!
やれやれだぜ
Throw an elbow!